Hey, Soul Tribe. Welcome back to Peace in a Pod. I am Loretta, and thank you so much for tuning in today. So, I wanted to share several weeks ago, me and my hubs went out to Puerto Rico, and we had an amazing time. I got to spend time with my bestie, Vicky. Love you, girl. And I was able to show him more of the island. There was some areas that he didn't get to, a lot of areas that he didn't get to explore the first time we went, because we only went for a week. This time it was 2 weeks, so we were able to venture out a lot further and do a lot more. And if there are any listeners that are fans of craft beer, quick shout out to Box Lab Brewery, La Taberna, Lupulo, Ocean Lab, Fock Brewing, Miramar Brewing, Old Harbor Brewery, Santurce Brewery, Cerveceria Callejon, and El Tap. If you haven't been to Puerto Rico, you are missing out, and you need to get out there and explore this island and enjoy yourself some delicious craft beer. So many microbreweries out there. I was blown away because when I lived there, I left in 2015. When I lived there, well, when I lived there, I wasn't really a big craft beer person, but I probably would have tried more if I would have known about craft beer. But yeah, if you haven't been there, you're missing out. You need to go. You need to check out the island. Beautiful people, beautiful food, beautiful place, and beautiful drinks. But yeah, so we were able to explore more of the island. And I was able to get some time in with my girl. But I wanted to talk about the self-care part of this, because we think about how much time we're dedicating to work and how much energy we're putting into work, and you feel like you don't ever get anything back. You're just kind of like going and going, and it's just like, when am I gonna get a break and not feel so exhausted all the time? And it was my husband's idea to go back to PR, because we went prior. The first visit that he went with me was prior to us getting married. So now he was able to experience more and do more on the island. So it was a very, very fun trip. We got some much needed beach time in. I love being by the beach. I love being near oceans. I love the water. It is the most soothing place on earth for me. I just love the sound of the water, the feel of the water, the feel of the sand, the wind. I don't know. I just love it. I'm a beach person, and I could just live on the beach forever. But the energy that I feel when I'm out there, it's like rejuvenating. That's the only way I can explain it. I feel like I'm rejuvenating when I'm at the beach. And taking care of our mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual pillars are very, very important. We don't want to overdo and extend ourselves so much to the point of depletion. And you have to be able to keep that balance, keep a balance somewhere to where you enjoy your work, but you also enjoy your personal time. And you need that personal time away from work in order to like cleanse and refresh and reset. So don't forget about you. You are the key component. And if you're not in the right place mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, then how can you be of service to others? You have to be in the right space with these pillars in order for you to be of service to others. If you're constantly giving and draining, then you're not even going to be any good for yourself. You know, prior to heading out to PR, my hubs and I, we actually went camping with some friends like that weekend prior to us leaving. And well, weekend kind of went into the week. But just being out in nature, being out in what Mother Nature, what is God's creation, like what is provided from the earth, from the land, is for me the most soothing environment. Now, I will say when I was younger, I was just like, first of all, I don't camp. Like camping is crazy, like wildlife, crazy people out there in the woods. Like I'm not going out there. I thought it was just like some craziness. But the older I got and the more connected with nature that I became, the more interested I was. And one of my friends that I used to work with when I was in human resources, him and his wife are very big campers. So they invited us, and we had a great time the first time. So we went again, and I'm like, I could actually get into this camping thing. It's just so soothing, like being out there and looking at the stars and feeling the wind and hitting some trails. Your mind is like so clear and free, and just being like we were on a mountain, so just being up there, it's so freeing. And I just felt so relaxed and calm, and it was like a little reset. Now I don't have the craziness from the previous work environment, the toxicity that I was going through. That is no longer in my life. But to just be able to get out of the house and just connect with nature, it's just a very freeing feeling and a refreshing feeling that I just enjoy. And just kind of like dumping all your cares and worries, like just leave it with the land, just set it free. And when you come back, you feel great. I mean, when I go out in nature, I am talking up a storm. I'm releasing everything that's in me that could be of any concern and just letting it go with nature. I just leave it with the land. And I always feel refreshed and rejuvenated when I come back from a nature trip. Always. And I've been getting into like bird watching a lot more, which is not something I've ever really cared to do. But the more I get out in nature and like start walking trails, I start seeing these birds that I don't recognize, the more curious I become. I'm a Leo, so I am quite curious about things. But I just been kind of curious of like the types of birds that live here. So yeah, I've been like really interested in the birds. When I hear them, I'm like, if I don't recognize the sound, I'll try to find the bird and see what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about self care and just make sure that we are all applying in some way, shape, or form some attention to ourselves in a self care manner. And for me, my number one thing is getting out in nature. One of the best relaxing ways and quickest ways that I can just feel cleansed and recharged. Just so beautiful. But, anyways, just know that sometimes you need to disconnect from everything and focus on yourself in order for you to continue to live a healthy, loving, balanced life. So go outside and get grounded with nature. It doesn't matter if you're hugging a tree, standing barefoot on the ground, just whatever you do, take care of yourself. Thanks again for tuning in to Peace in a Pod. I am Loretta, and I will catch you all next time. Bye. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Peace in a Pod. Please do comment, like, follow, share, rate, subscribe, all of those things. And I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.